Hello everybody, our scripture today is Mark chapter 4 verse 24. I'm reading that from the New Living Translation. Then he added, pay close attention to what you hear. The closer you listen, the more understanding you will be given, and you will receive even more. As we continue to study the subject of faith, I want us to examine our lives and see if we are living by faith, as the Bible commands us. And in the stories that we have gone through, it is evident that the life of faith is not necessarily easy. It's full of obstacles. However, it is the only life that matters, especially if we persist in our faith. In Mark chapter 5, we find a story of a woman who was not well. She had nowhere else to go, for all has failed in the natural that she thought would heal her, until she heard about Jesus. Let's read her story in Mark chapter 5 verse 25 to 27. I'm reading it from the Amplified Classic. And there was a woman who had a flow of blood for 12 years and who had endured much suffering under the hands of many physicians and had spent all that she had and was no better, but instead grew worse. She had heard the reports concerning Jesus, and she came up behind him in the throng and touched his garment. The Bible tells us that there is power in giving testimonies, and it is on the basis of a testimony that this woman that we are reading about came to Jesus. She heard reports concerning Jesus. She didn't hear bad reports, she had good report. Otherwise, she wouldn't even have made plans to seek him. And that good report about Jesus is the thing that drew her to him. One of the mistakes that we make as the church is that we badmouth one another, and that brings confusion to the world. And they ask themselves, if they don't like each other, who are we if we are going to go into their circle? You see, faith is built upon the good report about the Lord and about his bride. There are people like the woman with the issue of blood that we just read about that have been sick for a long time, and their healing, their deliverance, their salvation depend on what you and I say about Jesus and about his church. Their faith is on our report. For the time has now come when the dead need to hear the voice of the Son of God so that they will live. The people that were near that woman with the issue of blood spoke hope, and we will learn more about that tomorrow. And it is that good report of hope that she paid close attention to. It is that good report that fueled her faith to go and touch the hem of his garment and be healed of a 12 years infirmity. As a believer, make a commitment today to speak things that will ignite faith to your family, to your friends, to your neighbors, to your community, so that the voice of the Son of God will be heard through you, and nations will come into the kingdom for healing, for deliverance, and for salvation. In Jesus' name.